So all three of us actually at one time or another this season saw Bosqueville baseball play. Chad briefly, he was on his way to another assignment and shot some pictures of Bosqueville, and we'll see them, of course, tomorrow. But yeah, I covered them in the regional final, and then John, you saw them against who?
Give me a second.
Windthorst,
yeah.
Yeah. I saw him against Lindsay, and it was a one-gamer. And they went out there, and John Ewens, their sophomore left-hander, he's a Baylor commit, goes out, throws a no-hitter in the regional final. It was pretty impressive. He wasn't just overpowering guys. It wasn't a super high strikeout game. I mean, he had 10, but it was kind of a case of just keeping guys off balance, and Bosqueville's defense is really, really good. And that's a strength of theirs. They want their pitchers to throw strikes and essentially let the defense work behind them. That's kind of their MO. And then offensively, I mean, they've got a lot of hitters 1 through 9. I feel like they make the other team throw strikes. Like if you can't find the plate, they're gonna be just fine with a walk. And they had a game early in the playoffs. Was it maybe Wortham or somebody like that, where they batted around twice and didn't hardly have any hits at all, in an inning. I mean, it was a case of just walk, hit by pitch, that kind of thing. So they really kind of grind teams down, I think. And I like Bosqueville's chances this week. They've got, this is their 4th state tournament trip. They've got one championship. I think they've got a good chance to add to that.
Yeah, if you go by the state polls, and I think that's kind of how they do the seeding at the state tournament as well. But it sets up, for a real interesting final, because Shiner is number 1 and they play the 4:00 game tomorrow. Bosqueville's number 2 and they play the 7:00 game.
Yeah, that would be a great matchup for the championship game for sure.
Yeah, and that's a team that could get through 2 games in a state tournament setting pretty easily, because they've got 4 or 5 good pitchers.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder if they'll throw Davila tomorrow.
Yeah, I was wondering that too. They really like Davila. He's I mean, they, like John said, they're deep at the pitching staff, but I could see potentially going Davila in your first game, and then Ewan saving him for that second game, that championship game against Shiner.
It's a good time of year to kind of baseball nerd out, because usually postseason baseball around here is buried by high school, college, and pro football. But now we got high school postseason baseball. We got college, all the college baseball postseason you want to watch, provided you have ESPNU and ESPN3 and ESPN2 and everything else. But I kind of think if Bosqueville could somehow talk all those Arkansas baseball fans into coming down to Del Diamond and pulling for them, they'd have a big time advantage.
So we'll close with a little, what are you thinking about? Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah.
About Bosqueville first. You mentioned their defense. The game I saw against Windthorst, Ewens was playing right field. He had 2 assists at first base, throwing 2 first base.
Wow.
I mean, that's how heads up those guys are on defense.
Yeah, they are. And I will say, in that no-hitter, their third baseman, who I'd have to look up right now, but he made a snag, that saved the no-hitter. I mean, it was a line drive right at him, but, they were just calm and cool. So